Two released WWE stars have received new tryouts with the company. Cody Rhodes has been positioned as a top Raw star on a new advertisement, and Roman Reigns has gone off script at a live event. What's he like? So two names who we've not seen for a little while in WWE are returning to the company, both having tryouts in a new role for both of them, both having tryouts in producer capacities. First of all, former Intercontinental Champion Curtis Axel, producing for WWE for several weeks now. This is from Fightful, by the way, thanks to them. Reportedly working the SmackDown April 8th tapings, working directly under TJ Wilson, Tyson Kidd to you and I, when producing the Sasha Banks Liv Morgan segment. So this is an actual proper return to the business for Axel, who last wrestled all the way back in February 2020. He's been very, very quiet since.
Wow.
It's been a while. It's been a while. The other name, also getting a tryout in a producer capacity, is Arya Daivari. He's been working a tryout. You're a big fan?
Yeah, I like it. He just seems like a nice guy.
Yeah, agreed. He's been a lot more active in professional wrestling. He's been working for New Japan. He's been working for the NWA. Did a little bit for AEW as well, among others. He was released back in June 2021. And you know what? Good luck to both of them. I'm surprised with Arya Daivari, who had been working underneath Chris Park, by the way, or Abyss, to you and I. He produced the Sami Zayn Drew McIntyre match on April the 8th SmackDown. So yeah, I'm surprised there because he's still got like a lot left in the tank, seemingly, in ring. Normally people transition to these producer roles when they're looking to wind down their in-ring career. So it doesn't surprise me too much with Curtis Axel, but Daivari more so, for sure.
Yeah, like I know what you mean. I was also thinking when I was reading this, like, sometimes, isn't it nice sometimes to see a wrestler not like put ego, like put their ego aside a little bit, like, okay, maybe the in-ring stuff is obviously doing really good stuff into all these different companies and that before, but like it's nice when the ego doesn't get in the way of, do you know what, actually maybe I am better suited to this other role where I can help others elevate themselves and get to where they need to be. And like the for Curtis Axel, the Liv Morgan and Sasha Banks match, that was a really good match as well, working with Tyson Kidd there. And it's nice to see that, it's nice to see them not be like, oh no, it should be me in that spot. It's nice to see them be able to give to the stars that, are going to shape the landscape for WWE and just wrestling as a whole in the future. So yeah, it's really cool to see that.
I agree. And you know what? If they get to do this full time, if they get the gig full time, then I imagine they'll be earning a fair bit more than they would doing like with Daivari, the odd match or some of those promotions, or Curtis Axel doing nothing at home. I don't know what he's been up to. So I hope they get paid. I hope they get paid well. Good luck to both of them.
Yeah.
Moving forward, during a broadcast for the USFL, there was a commercial promoting both Monday Night Raw on USA and SmackDown on Fox. And there's a really notable part of this, in fact. Positioning Cody as the top Raw guy, at least. It really prominently showed Roman Reigns on the blue brand, as you would expect. But on the Raw side of things, Cody is the front and center. He's the guy on there, which contradicts other reports saying that WWE at least want to position Bobby Lashley as the top guy on the Raw brand, like he's the top face over there. That's where they're at reportedly anyway internally, but at least as far as their promotion goes, Cody is the guy, and I think that probably makes a bit of sense, just because like Cody has essentially, I see it as being like, hey, we got one from AEW as well. In part, it's like, oh, this guy that you might have enjoyed watching there. People maybe know that Bobby Lashley is on Raw already. It's a new face, isn't it, as well? Do you know what I'm saying? I might not have worded that
without a
too
doubt. I mean, it's just one of, and it has been one of the biggest stories, hasn't it, in recent times? Like one of the main people who helped create this rival company has now gone back to this other company that didn't treat him incredibly whilst he was there, but now he's back. He's completely changed. He's like an actual main event player at this point now, and that's a huge deal. So I think it makes more sense. As you were saying, people know Bobby Lashley's there. We've seen Bobby Lashley on TV for a little bit now. We've seen what he can do and whatnot, and not to discredit him, he's fantastic, but someone fresh and something new and exciting like Cody being there at Raw. I think that's more of a draw than kind of putting Bobby Lashley front and center.
Yeah,
maybe
I think you're right.
maybe in a commercial way at least. Anyway, you know.
I was looking at an old list that we did, like 3 years ago maybe now, which was like 10 WWE stars who never quite made it. And up there, he might have even been number one, was Bobby Lashley. And normally it's frustrating, right, when your lists go out of date straight away. But I was so happy to be proven wrong on that. He's a guy that I think that a lot of us thought wouldn't make it to that top tier. And he's such a natural fit. And now with babyface Bobby, big Bobby face, as they call him, I really hope he nails it, because it's good to see him positioned where he has deserved to be for a long time. And WWE really messed him up as well. They gave him some really poor creative.
Yeah.
Becky Lynch next. Becky Lynch news. She has revealed, it's sort of in kayfabe this, why she's been off WWE Raw recently. There's been these big shows over the weekend. You had Saturday night's main event in Erie, Pennsylvania. And you also had, and I think this is a cracking name, this is a new thing, WWE Sunday Stunner in Syracuse, New York. And prior to that Syracuse show, she gave a little promo, which WWE have actually posted on their social media, which is an odd choice, but she has explained why she's not been on Raw. Why is it, Andrew?
So she says it's because she's not ready to walk out onto Raw without her championship. She said, "It's been 3 years since the last time I walked out on Raw without the championship. I'm not ready to walk out on Monday Night Raw without my championship. I always have a plan. That's why I'm here in Syracuse, because I'm going to win back my championship. I will walk out tomorrow on Monday Night Raw as your new women's champion." That makes sense in a kayfabe sense. She's so good. Do you remember when she got injured recently as well in the throat? Turned it straight into put it straight in with the storyline stuff with Bianca Belair, and she's never off. She's never turned off. She's always on. She's always got a response for something. It fits in with a character as well. She's too good. She's too bloody good.
She's a star. Anyway, she lost that match, so she's not coming out on Raw with a belt tonight. No, it was the same triple threat match, both weekend shows. Bianca, of course, retaining in triple threat matches against Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley. So obviously Bianca has got the match coming up against Sonya Deville. Nice little feud there. It's all right, isn't it? It's all right.
Yeah, it's something. We'll see where it goes.
Just to kill some time, basically. Yeah. Finishing off, Roman Reigns has gone off script. It's unbelievable. I'm livid about this, of course.
You're livid?
You know what? I'm
Killing
not livid
the business.
with Roman Reigns. Yeah, exactly. This is bloody the curtain call 2.0 as far as I'm concerned. No, he's I'm livid with the fans who have betrayed Roman Reigns here. Roman, following that show on Saturday in Erie, Pennsylvania, took to the mic and did a big babyface promo. But as part of it, he was like, "Don't share this on social media, scumbags." We would never do something like that. Nope. So he said, "It's been one hell of a month. This is the first time we've been back in the ring since WrestleMania. With the turnout, with the energy that the crowd brought, you made it really easy for all of us doing this. All of us WWE superstars. Makes me feel proud, privileged. Blah 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 blah. Don't put this on social media." But they've obviously put it on social media. You know what? I'm almost at the point now that I want to cheer Roman Reigns. He sounds like he's like the most stand-up dude going, and he's all. And I don't know. I'm still really enjoying the heel run. I know some people aren't so keen. They're tired of it. I'm still appreciating it for what it is. Yeah. But man, when he goes babyface, he's going to be the biggest babyface in the world. Because he does. He's got that sort of John Cena Rock likability to him, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He feels like a locker room leader and a stand-up guy, like me, you might say. Andrew.
Exactly, just like I was gonna say, just like you, of course, our glorious leader. He's so good, and like you were saying, you know, he just seems like a stand-up guy. He's been through a lot, obviously, as well, you know, with leukemia and everything. Right. Kind of like being one of the main players during the Thunderdome era too. Like, obviously, you know, when you get back in front of a live crowd and they give you all that energy that you were missing before when you were in the Thunderdome era and whatnot, like, obviously you're gonna have to break character a little bit, aren't you? You can't not enjoy that from the crowd and sort of thank them for sticking with it and stuff. And kind of like you know, I'm really enjoying his run at the moment, and I think sometimes when it gets to the point of, okay, maybe this is getting a bit stale, they shake it up somehow. and they're like, oh no, I can get back on board with this now. And he, within the last 2 years, just seems to have improved exponentially. And
he's a different beast.
He's absolutely is, and he carries himself better. He's got sort of like, he's just got this aura about him now. It's not like go away heat anymore. It's
no,
just,
he's on his own level, isn't he? There's
he
nobody
really
else like
is.
Roman Reigns. So yeah, he'd been facing Drew McIntyre, by the way, in the main events of I think both of those shows. Certainly the one in Erie that we just talked about there. So it made sense for him to do nice little bit, because he's obviously going to retain the title because it's a house show and it's Roman Reigns, and so it made sense for him to do a little thing like that. Anyway, so yeah, but shame on you to everybody who put that online and allowed us to monetize it. You bastards. I would have said something really horrible there. Yeah, cheers. All right, that's it from us. We've got a massive tier list coming up in the next few hours. It's a girthy boy. It is Ross Twiddell, Gary YouTube, joined by multiple Gary YouTubes, as we rank every WWE WrestleMania ever, but proper this time, because I know he didn't like the last one.
You're mental.
It's about 4.5 hours long. So clear your schedules. That's all I'm going to do today, Andrew.
You're just going to watch that?
Cough and wheeze.
You're going to get that giant, girthy list and just put it straight. You're just going to consume it all. Shove it in.
Take the lot.
Twice just like that.
As well. I'll be up until 4.
Wow. Hey, look, whatever floats your boat, whatever gets you through COVID, you know?
There you go. Twitch.tv/Cultaholic 6 p.m. for this guy playing some pigeon bollocks. All right, see you later.
Bye.